will be listening
to a detailed audio description of the work Water Carriers, on loan from the Smithsonian American Art Museum for the special exhibition Frank Duveneck, American Master, open now through March 28, 2021. Frank Duveneck is a Kentucky-born painter who also became a teacher and later director of the faculty at the Art Academy of Cincinnati. He studied throughout Europe, most notably in the Royal Academy of Fine Arts in Munich. Following a trip to Venice in 1877, Duveneck started his own painting school in Munich, which soon attracted numerous artists. His pupils included Theodore Wendell, John White Alexander, and John H. Twachtman, to name a few. This group of Duveneck's students became known as the Duveneck Boys. Duveneck traveled with his students to Florence in 1879, where for the next 2 years he remained in Italy, spending winters in Florence and the summers in Venice. Duveneck continued his love of Italy throughout the 1880s until he moved back to Cincinnati in 1889. Duveneck passed away in 1915 in Cincinnati after continuing to make frequent trips to Europe and throughout the United States. Water Carriers is a large horizontal oil-on-canvas painting depicting several figures carrying water on a pale stone bridge in front of a body of water in Venice. It is almost 49 inches long and 73 inches wide. On the left, a swarthy young man with dark hair, a pink shirt over a white long-sleeved undershirt, blue pants, and black mid-calf boots, leans with his right arm on the stone railing. In his left hand, he holds a white, rounded pitcher. Behind him, one male child lays across the railing wearing a straw hat that hides his face. His bare feet are dirty. His head rests on his hand as he looks towards a small tanned boy, dressed only in shorts, who sits next to him on the railing. On the ground beneath them appears to be a collection of ropes, or possibly a fishing net, and a small bucket. Just right of center, next to the boys, a tawny, black-haired woman walks towards the viewer. She carries bronze-colored water pails using a curved pole that is balanced over her right shoulder. She is wearing a white shawl, blue shirt, a pink sash around her waist, and a light brown and cream striped skirt, which she holds up in her left hand, exposing her white stockings and square-toed black shoes. Her expression appears happy, though her eyes are not heavily detailed and recede into the shadow cast by her brow. Behind her is another woman, who has lighter skin and red hair and wears a pink fringed shawl, a white blouse, and a dark rose-striped skirt. Her lips are parted, as she either calls to or gazes longingly at the young man on the left side of the painting. She carries a wooden water bucket in her left hand. On the far right side of the painting is a little girl wearing a white scoop-necked top and gray skirt. She hauls a tin bucket, which appears to be heavy for her, as she walks barefoot along the gray stone pavement. The bridge recedes behind this girl and is peopled with several other figures rendered in less detail than the ones in the foreground. In the background, on the left half of the painting, buildings are visible in the distance beyond the water. Overall, the piece is painted realistically, though the background details are less articulated than the figures in the foreground. Be sure to tune in next week for another detailed audio description of a work from the Cincinnati Art Museum's permanent collection.